ERLC could be adding tornadoes and other severe weather in the summer update 23. But first, I do want to point out anyone who's subscribed will be entered to the 1000 Robux giveaway we'll be doing during the summer update. So as many of you guys know, ERLC added weather a couple of updates ago, but nothing really happened with the weather. All that you can do is rain or thunder. There's really nothing to it. It's mostly like a new dynamic aspect of the game, but it doesn't really change anything in the game at all. So as I'm sure you know, ERLC is an emergency response game, and the weather that we have in the game has nothing to do with emergency responses. But they could add stuff that does have to do with emergency responses, like a fire that starts from the lightning, or debris that need to be cleared from a tornado. So in both of those scenarios, fire, DOT, police, all of those are needed to help the situation, which is what emergency response is. So before the weather update, ERLC added high winds major server call. So they actually added this last summer update whenever they added the major server calls. So whenever they added this high winds call, there was no weather in the game. There wasn't even rain. It was just clear all the time with a few clouds maybe as well. So this high winds call puts down 1 or 2 trees in a specific area, and there's a few pieces of debris on the road for the DOT to clean up. The weather in the game does not correlate to this high winds major server call at all. It's just like every other major server call that randomly spawns in, or if you're the server owner, then you can make a major server call. So ERLC hired this guy to code their game for weather. They coded weather into the game. All that he has added so far is just fog, rain, and lightning. That's not that much, so I would definitely expect him to code more into the game, like maybe strong winds that can bring down trees, or maybe even possibly a tornado. So ERLC hired this dude. I do not think that they're just going to pay him to do 3 things that were added into the game that literally took him like a couple weeks to do. So I feel like they could definitely add flooding maybe on the roads with the rain as well. They could add strong winds, or they can maybe even add tornadoes. So if ERLC did add severe weather, it would add another aspect to the game and make it more engaging. Because another thing that I kind of noticed about the weather is how every single time that I join a public server, it's always raining, which kind of just brings the mood down to the game. Like personally, I don't really like rain because it's just like boring in ERLC. Like all that there is just dark skies and rain. It's like every single time that I join a public server. I don't know if it's just me. Tell me down below if it always rains in your public servers. But anyways, ERLC needs to add the emergency response into weather, as they are emergency response Liberty County. So Greenville also added weather, and I believe it is way better than ERLC's weather is right now, as they have a lot more things. Greenville has sunny, light clouds, cloudy, overcast, light rain, rain, and heavy rain, and lightning randomly appears with any of those rain types. And then also Greenville, a couple of, like a year ago almost now, they added tornado sirens to their game, which could be hinting towards them adding tornadoes. So in case you didn't know, Greenville is kind of partners with ERLC, but mostly they're competitors as they have around the same audience. So what I think ERLC will be adding is a couple new types of weather. So the first new weather that they will be adding is windy storms. I don't think it will be called that. I couldn't really think of a name. But anyways, these are just the normal storms with lightning, or it could not even be with lightning. And they just have strong winds that randomly brings down trees and debris and stuff like that across the map. And then what civilians have to do is grab their phone, and then maybe they can call emergency services, call roadside assistance, and then they have to say that there's like a downed tree or something like that. So I feel like that would be cool. Like say there's like 3 downed trees that are randomly across the map whenever a storm goes by. Then the civilians have to report it, and then maybe they get a cash prize if they do. I'm sure a lot of people who want cash in the game, that would be pretty nice because they could be, you know, robbing stuff, and then they see a tree and they're like, oh, there's $500 for reporting that. And then how they already have thunderstorms in the game with lightning, the lightning doesn't do anything. So if the lightning instead would like hit a building, like this building right here, or hit a tree, every like 100 strikes I feel like would be a good number. That catches the tree or building on fire. And then the fire department would have to respond, of course. And then tornadoes could possibly be added, but I do not think it would be in the summer update 23, as that would take a really long time for that one coder to make in the game. So I feel like if they did add tornadoes, it would be in a different update, and it would be like its own update altogether. So tell me what you guys think about the types of weather coming to ERLC. Do you think they're actually going to come, and what other types of weather should they add? Also, what else do you guys think about the summer update 23? What else will be coming? Share your thoughts down below. But besides that, we will be live streaming later, and if you want to hear my prediction on how trains are confirmed in ERLC, that is in the top right of your screen right now. So that is really all, so be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
You better be there when I shake.